This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren out there preaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the men, women, and children that the Lord will have mercy on in these last days. Shalom. It's the brother Dama Agabar here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify and give warning from Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. And I started with this Revelation, the 13th chapter, which I'm going to come back into it to bring out some information on this article that I've come across, which is very telling. And, it ultimately, shows you that the Lord is totally, revealing all the secrets and all the mysteries that is written within these scriptures, especially one of the last major prophecies, which is, the mark of the beast. And the Lord is having it to where Esau is coming out blatantly, through his different, what would I call them? His, these wicked, forums, the World Economic Forum, the Bill Gates Foundation, all of their, major players that are at the forefront of pushing these agendas, and they're pushing it right in front of everybody's faces. Now, they're not going to just come out and blatantly tell you, yes, this is the mark of the beast. Yes, this is our ultimate plan of dominance. But they're presenting it as, a great reset, as peace and safety, as the best way to secure the future of humanity on this earth is through all of this digital identification, through, saving the planet via restricting your ability to, leave a carbon footprint, social credit scores, rationing out how much energy you can use, and all of this sustainability bullshit. It's all just an elaborate plan to, enslave humanity through this digital enslavement system, and ultimately to put the M.O.T.B, the charagma, inside of every person and to make you a digital slave. You see, but it's all coming under the falsehood of sustainability and saving the planet and, peace and safety. But it's really just, snares and traps and lies and deception of the damn devil, man. And this article tells you exactly what it is. And, you got to be able to read between the lines, man. It says Bill Gates, U.S. citizens must accept digital ID by 2028 or face exclusion from society. You see, and this is the plan of these devils, basically telling you, look, you need to accept these digital ID, accept our digital enslavement, have your life controlled, have your resources rationed, and you have to, submit yourselves under our authority via this digital slave system, or you'll be excluded from society. You won't be able to buy, and it's all going to culminate, like we've been saying here at Great Millstone for many years, via the M.O.T.B, the mark of the beast, man. Now, remember, they're going to let you, get your little digital identification, your digital this, your digital permissions. They'll let you do it, at first, through your phone, through less invasive means. But eventually they want to put it all inside of you and have you inside of this digital system to where, you'll be tracked and traced and followed, and everything that you do will be, watched, and your behaviors will be monitored, and every single form of your life will be governed by these damn devils, whether they want to give you the ability to do anything. All right. You see, and this is where everything is going. This is where they're leading humanity. And this is why we know when they bring this next cyber attack and they shut down, like we've been going into through the spirit, that movie, Leave the World Behind. When they ultimately bring in this cyber attack and shut down the infrastructure as we know it, they will emerge with this new digital slave system. This will be, the world that you'll be leaving behind. In order for you to function inside of their new society, you have to submit yourself via the charagma and become a digital slave in this man's system, man. And it's all going to be centered around them, sustainability and saving the earth and electric vehicles, and nobody's leaving too much of a carbon footprint. Shit, now I read another article. Now they're saying that you breathing, the carbon that they want to ultimately get rid of is the majority of you people, and part of their depopulation program is within this whole build back better in this great reset is getting rid of a huge amounts of carbon, which the majority of it is the majority of you people. There's 8 billion people on this planet, and they want to reduce that drastically, man. So I'm gonna read some of this article, get some of these precepts, Lord willing, you can be edified, because this all ultimately is leaning towards the M.O.T.B. This is why you're about to see all hell break loose, and terrorist attacks, and sicknesses, and all these different agendas you see being played out, through the mainstream news media, is how they're going to ultimately corral everybody into this new digital slave system, man. So let me read some of this. It says, globalist billionaire Bill Gates has warned U.S. citizens that they must comply with compulsory new digital ID technology by 2028 at the latest. So that means they're doing it around now. That means by the next 5 years, they want to have this shit implemented, everybody charagmaed up, and everybody bowing down to this new digital slave system. So they're trying to accomplish it now. You see, remember, 2028 is when they, by the latest, is when they want to so-called have it fulfilled, man. So these devils are moving with they on demon time, man. You see? And this is why you're hearing all the talks of cyber attacks, a frightening scenario. Klaus Schwab and his goon gang, man. You see? And one way they're gonna implement this is by fear-based they're gonna just totally shut this whole system down, man. Part of them going into World War III is a huge part of them bringing in this the collapse of this world as we know it, because they're going to use going to war with Russia, which they're already on the heels of doing it. They're about to allow Ukraine to become a part of NATO, and then once, or they're going to fake an attack on Poland or one of the NATO members or the EU members and blame it on Russia, and then they can be then all the allies of the EU and NATO can come together to fight against Russia, and then they could use a fake cyber attack and blame it on Russia. And then what? That's going to bring in this new system as they're trying to bring in. But anyways, it says the United Nations and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Yeah, the usual suspects, man. You see, the United Nations, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and the partners of the Rockefeller Foundation have announced the launch of the 50 and 5 initiative to expedite the rollout of digital IDs, digital payments, and data sharing in 50 first mover countries within the framework of digital public infrastructure by 2028. And this is the plan for everybody, for the whole world. It's a global agenda. This is why he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, to ultimately receive that mark in their right hands. This is a total plan of these globalists, man. It says, if successful, Gates' digital ID platform will grant globalist governments and corporations the authority to establish social credit score systems, determining travel permissions, consumption allowances, and transactional capabilities with programmable money. And it all culminates into the CBDC, because this is where all this information, all these things will be stored, will be inserted and planted inside of you via this 5G, 6G, or whether it's even a higher degree, a system, man. It will be like the brother in London like to say, it will be a ubiquitous system all over the planet Earth. So no matter where you are on the planet Earth, everybody will be linked into this digital slave system. So if you were in America and they say they flew you to China or flew you to England or flew you to Australia somewhere, you wouldn't have to switch over, have a passport or switch over your currency or do any type of, no matter where you go, you'll be able to be tracked, traced, and monitored, man. All right. It's not going to be you'll leave America, then you'll have to go to Australia and what do they say? Trade your money over from American money to Australian money, because all money will be CBDC, government issue type of situation. You see, and this is what these devils have been planning for years and years and years. You see, and this is the council of the wicked, the Bill Gates, Melinda Foundation, all these the usual suspects I just read. What did it say? It says the United Nations, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, partners of the Rockefeller, and there's others, BlackRock, Lockheed Martin, all these other special interest groups that are owned by these elites. They're all involved. They're all one, octopus with all these different tentacles, but they're all part of the same monster, man. And this is what the Bible refers to. It says Psalm 64:2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, you see? And that is the secret council of the wicked. Because this is why they're having all these different meetings, that COP28, the World Economic Forum, and other, Davos and other secret meetings that they have that people don't really are privy to. This is what they meet to talk about and to put into motion. This is the counsel of the wicked that the Bible speaks of. This is Esau, Edom, the devil. It says, from the insurrections of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. And everything that these devils are trying to accomplish, they're all bitter words. They're bitter words for, every citizen on this planet Earth, because they're meeting in secret in ways to destroy you, to enslave you, and also, they're finding out ways to cut off your free speech, they have a plan to do away with anybody who has a platform or anybody who has an opinion outside of their mainstream news media, and believe they're going to come against the prophets and the men of the Lord. They're going to come against the Hebrew Israelites eventually, and they're trying to, make it to where, anybody who's opposing this shit will be crushed, man. It says, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Yeah, that's what this is. They're shooting at you in secret. Like I said, they're not going to come out and tell you that, the true intentions of these agendas. Like I said, they're just going to present them as, beneficial for humankind to, to save the earth, to clean the oceans, to clean the seas, to, fix the hole in the ozone layer or whatever other bullshit they're trying to present it as, but it's ultimately pure wickedness, man. And it's Esau trying to establish himself as God on the earth via this digital, through technology, through artificial intelligence, and through wickedness, man. It says, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Here's the point. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? You see, and that's what this is. It's a snare. It's a trap for the souls of all the world and a huge depopulation agenda, man. You see, and part of this agenda, they'll be justified in doing away with, 90 billion, 90 billion. They'll be justified in doing away with, doing away with a huge part of the populations, allowing you to starve to death, allowing you to, to get rid of, to get carbon emissions almost to zero by getting rid of a lot of you people. They'll be justified in doing that via these unrighteous decrees and this agenda that they have. You see? And they'll say some shit like, well, this is the earth, this is the earth, naturally, disposing of, the undesirables. They'll have it, they'll have a whole elaborate speech and plan of when it happens, of how it's justifiable. It's bringing balance back into the earth, to the ecosystem or whatever, But it's evil. Hey, they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. See all this shit that they've been researching on how to accomplish this and how to bring it to pass. They've spent billions of dollars in research and, trials and testings and getting scientists and different people of that nature to figure out how exactly to bring this shit to pass. You see, it says both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. You see, and this is what these devils are trying to do. You see, if successful, Gates' digital ID platform will grant globalist governments and corporations the authority, to establish social credit score systems, determining travel permissions, consumption allowances, and transactional capabilities with programmable money. You see, they'll be able to literally play God on this planet Earth via technology. They'll have the ability to shut down or to allow each and every individual based on your social credit score, how good of a slave you are, exactly how much you can or cannot have, or if you can have it at all, man. You see, it says this could include individual carbon footprint tracking. See, and this is how we know this is the M.O.T.B, because the M.O.T.B, it said it calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor. This is going to be on each individual level, man. Right? They have a C-HIP for every single person that's going to be in this system, man. And you will be your social credit score will be based off your own individual, movements and activities on this planet Earth, man. It ain't talking about rich nations or small nations or rich nations. This plan is for each and every individual, man. Like I said, they have billions of microchips. They have enough microchips for you to have multiple within you. It says this could include individual carbon footprint tracking, ultra low emission zones, and CBDC programs aimed at restricting less desirable purchases, aligning with the goals of the Great Reset as advocated by its global cheerleaders. You see? And this is what this is how the thought of them is very deep. They acknowledge a diligent search, man. And it's all programmed at enslaving all of you people here, man. And this is what the scriptures refer to as the M.O.T.B. And this is why, we have to be faithful even unto death, man. Because once you take this M.O.T.B, it's like you're basically bowing down and declaring Esau, your Lord and your master and your God. Because once you take this thing, he's going to have God-like authority over you, man. Like I said, he'll be able to monitor you, read your thoughts, know what you're thinking. He'll be able to, track and watch over you, and he can be able to execute judgment upon you on the spot at any time that he feels, just like the Most High has the ability and the power to do that, man. You see? Let me read down. Let me get to the point that I wanted. Here we go. It says, here we go. It says, through a virtual launch event scheduled for November 8th, the 50 and 5 agenda is presented. You got to pay attention. This is how they're going to sell it to everybody. It's presented as a country-led advocacy campaign. See, that's the how they're going to present it, as a country-led advocacy campaign. They're not going to just come out and telling you, look, this is the plan of these elites to play God on the planet Earth and to enslave humanity. They'll never come out and say that. That's for us to do. That's for us to, expose this devil. But at the same time, as we know, this is exactly what he's doing. But when we call it out for what it truly is, you see, they have the power to say, oh, you're a conspiracy theory. Oh, we're not doing that. That's not true. They'll just blow it off and just lie as if that's not what they're truly doing. But when you really read between the lines, that's exactly what they're doing. You see, that's why this man is the devil, man, and the wicked. It says, by 2028, the campaign aims to assist 50 countries in conceptualizing, launching, and expanding elements of their digital public infrastructure, as per the official announcement. It says, touted as a means for financial inclusion, convenience, enhanced healthcare, and environmental progress. See, this is how they're going to sell it. Touted as, they're trying to help humanity. They're trying to help, financial inclusion, make sure that they bank the unbanked and everybody has access to this technology and to the services. But really, it's really luring you in to a snare and a trap to enslave your soul, man. Here's another word, a big word, convenience. Oh, it's just so easy. It'll just be so quick. And the technology will do all the heavy lifting. You just have to just get it in you and just sign up. And then, it'll just flow smoothly. Okay. It says enhanced healthcare and environmental progress. DPI encompasses digital ID, digital payments such as central bank digital currencies, and extensive data sharing, forming the foundation of a looming technocratic government system, which is a technocratic government slave system, man. Boom, it's all right there. And it all culminates with the M.O.T.B, the charagma. Let me show you this. This is what I want to go back to this Revelations 13, all right? It says, he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. And this is what they're trying to accomplish right now, is the image, all right? Now, we know that the image was the ancient Roman Empire, the days of the year, the calendar, the holidays, the Roman numerals, the whole system is based off the Roman Empire. But now they're taking it to another level in this revised Roman Empire, and it's going to all culminate via this digital enslavement system, man. And he's trying to give power to this image and this, this digital system that he's trying to implement. That's how he's going to make this thing to live, right? It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Now, what did this say in the beginning of this article? All right. It says, U.S. citizens must accept digital ID by 2028 or face exclusion from society. You see? And this is the image of this modern power he's about to give into the image of this beast, which is this new digital slave system. All right. It says he will cause that as many as would not worship the beast should be killed. Right. And what they say, you will be excluded from society if you don't get your digital ID and you don't bow down to this new world order. And when you look up this word killed, right, should be killed, right? The word is apoctieno. It says to kill in any way, whatever, to destroy, to allow to perish, metaphorically to extinguish, abolish. You see, because if you don't bow down to this system, you'll be excluded from society. Meaning what? You can't buy and sell. You can't go get food. You can't get water. You won't be able to do anything. You'll just be totally unable to link and to interact within the world as they're gonna present it. When you go to the word for the root word, the word apo, right? It says of separation. What? You will be excluded from society if you don't have your digital ID. You don't get down with this system. You don't have your charagma. It says of local separation after verbs of motion from a place. You see, of separation of a part from the whole. You see, any kind of separation of one thing from another by which the union or fellowship of the two is destroyed. And how are you going to have union and fellowship with this new world order? Via your charagma, via your digital IDs, your digital wallet. You literally bowing down and accepting this man's mark, the charagma, you see? And this is what this devil was ultimately telling you. You see? They'll be able to kill you. Now, they can be able to physically kill you, but then they'll kill you by separating you from society. You see, without these, digital permission slips and your digital ID, your digital biometrics, them not having a digital, tag on you, you can't function in the society, man. And they showed you that on Demolition Man when you had, what's his name? Edgar Friendly and all those guys that was living underground, San Angeles. They didn't, they didn't adhere. They didn't get all of the, the microchip in them and worship the society that they had built. So therefore, they had to live underground because they couldn't function on top in San Angeles because you had to have the digital ID. They had to have the tag and all the shit on you in order for you to function within that society, man. And this is what this devil is trying to accomplish right now. You see, so the scriptures are true and the scriptures are not lying, man. All right, let me get down, read a couple more points out of this, man. Then it gives you a little other information. It says the 50 and 5 campaign is a collaboration between the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the United Nations Development Program, the Digital Public Goods Alliance, and Co-Development. Yeah, the Secret Council of the Wicked. Co-Develop was founded by the Rockefeller Foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Nile Kani Philanthropies, and the Omidyar Network. The Digital Public Goods Alliance lists both the Gates and Rockefeller Foundations in its roadmap showcasing activities that advance digital public goods along with other organizations and several governments. See, they're all involved in it, man. You see, and it's going to be a global agenda. Look at this. Sociable report, the United Nations Playbook on Digital Public Infrastructure, says that digital ID is the foundational to DPI. Yeah, you see, Digital Public Infrastructure, DPI. You see, stating broadly, there are 3 major types of protocols that facilitate digital public infrastructure. Digital identity, you see, you're gonna have to have your digital wallet, your digital IDs, your digital passports, digital payments, your CBDC'S, and data exchange. You see, these are the main 3 components of what they're about to accomplish, and this is why the whole lockdown was a huge part of it. You getting your your QR code, you having to have your jump shot in order to, go to dine to eat dinner. That was just a small rollout of what they're ultimately trying to accomplish. It says these 3 protocols are typically required for most digital service transactions, such as permitting, issuing licenses, or providing records that often require validating a user's identity. You see, and they're, gradually bringing people into this. Like I said, at first you'll be able to use your phone to have your digital wallet. You can put your driver's license, you don't have to carry a physical driver's license anymore. Even now you see it. People have their bank cards on their phone. In certain states here in California, in America, your driver license is digital now. You don't have to carry a hard plastic copy in your wallet anymore. You see, everything is going to be digital. They're going to allow you to use your phone to access some of these services, man. But it's all going to culminate in the M.O.T.B. The M.O.T.B. will hold all of this information and all of your records, man, in the near future, you see? And without that, eventually, by 2028, you'll be cut off from this society, man. You see? It says required for most digital service transactions, such as permitting, issuing licenses, or providing records that often require validating a user's identity, enabling exchange of data across agencies and users, and finally authorizing payments online. And this is why they're going to bring that cyber attack and shut down this system as we know it. And when they arise, this will be the new system, man. Okay. It says, by prioritizing these three protocols, the UN says that local governments can set the stage for the successful development of an entire ecosystem of digital services in alignment with their community's unique needs. Yeah, 15-minute cities, complete lockdown, slavery, man. And it'll be one global system all over the earth. So no matter where you are, as long as you have your C-HIP and all of your, digital and biometrical, they have all these things on you. You can move and, you can be tracked and traced, and they can know exactly who you are and what you're doing, man. You see, the World Economic Forum envisions digital identity being linked to everything. Yeah, ubiquitous computing, man. You see, being linked to everything from financial services and healthcare, records to travel, mobility, and digital governance, all in the form of your charagma, all in the form of your micro C-HIP, man. And this is why that prophecy is so very important. You see, all this other shit is just the lead up into the ultimate plan. This is what I'm just about to read. You see, verse 16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And that word mark is the charagma. And you had that interview where the guy was talking, I forget the guy's name, but he said, well, what would the CBDC eventually look like in the future? And he put his fingers, his index and his thumb together and said, it will look about the size of a grain of rice, man. And remember, look up Aaron Russo and the Alex Jones conversation where Nick Rockefeller told Aaron Russo that they want to charagma everybody, man. You see, and now we're seeing the huge picture. The Lord is exposing this devil, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we're able to see it all, man. And look at verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. It's all right here, man. All right, and it's as plain as day. Read this again. The World Economic Forum envisions digital identity being linked to everything from financial services and healthcare records to travel, mobility, and digital governance, all of which are components of DPI. Yeah, the DPI, the digital, what does it stand for again? That's an important acronym to remember. Yeah, the digital public infrastructure, the DPI. You see, and it shows you right here. Telecommunications, healthcare, financial services, food and sustainability, travel and mobility. And this is all these things. When you look at this, you should just see the M.O.T.B, because on your M.O.T.B, all your access to these different services will be embedded within you, man. And this is how they'll be able to know who you are. They'll be able to grade you on your social credit score, how you'll be able to buy or sell or travel in the future. All they're going to do is scan your charagma and see if you have the green light to do whatever you need to do in this society. And it will all be hinged upon whether, you're obeying your master. You see? What else? Look at this. This is Tim Hemcliffe says digital ID and digital public infrastructure for vaccine passports, tax collection, toll payments, climate adaptation, and circular economy. See, all these things will be done, via this new system. You see? Look at this. Earlier this year, Nick Kalani spoke about DPI to the IMF, saying that digital ID, smartphones, and bank accounts were the three tools of the new world that everyone should have. You see? Digital ID, smartphones, and bank accounts. You see? And it's all going to culminate into that M.O.T.B, man. See? What else is in here? I think that was it, man. All right. So, hey, the handwriting is on the wall. We can see it clearly, man. All right. And Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is, destroying these devils, man. He's exposing these guys. You see? And it's in plain sight, man. You see? And this is why you shouldn't, under any circumstances. Matter of fact, let me get that, man. Show you what's going to happen if you bow down and you eventually get down with this beast system. This is what the Lord's going to do unto you, man. It says what? Dooms for the worshipers of the beast. Remember, he's giving life to the image of this beast, which is going to be this new digital system. It says in the Revelations 14:9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. You see? So this is why we're out here giving you warning, telling you that all this digital shit, all this digital systems are eventually going to lead into, him issuing that mark, which is the charagma. And like I said, there'll be a point to where we'll be able to use it. You'll be able to have it on your cell phone. But once they start telling you have to insert it inside of you, man, hey, that's when all bets are off. That's when, you're going to have to deny, and probably going to have to lose your life in order to save your life, And this is mainly for the elect, the true believers of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We know 2/3 of our people, a lot of them are going to take it. Some of them might not take it and be destroyed. But if they ain't part of the elect, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, man. But we know the majority of our people will take this because they really don't have no faith. They don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And a lot of them are going to be overcame and taken, by this damn devil, man. But, hey, the Lord is making everything clear. We see it clearly. And we're out here giving you a warning and trying to break it down to you as best as possible so you can understand this is the end game. All right. And this is where this devil is pushing, his new slave system. And you better be, awake, and you better realize what the hell is truly going on, and never under any circumstances, as it tells you in Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, never trust thine enemies, man. So with that, Lord willing, you were edified. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for putting the spirit of me to do this lesson. Until the next one, shalom.